Hey everyone, Andrew here for Drew Dat Games, Drew Dat Entertainment, and Drew Dat Games on Twitch. Gonna wait till anyone gets into the fucking chat here, because I've had a rough fucking day. Long fucking day too, at this point. Hey Chunk, how's it going? So this is what's going on right now. I'll just start explaining, and if people come in, I'll go back and whatnot. I'm going to start with where things are at the moment, with the present here. So, as you guys well know, Drew Dat Games on Twitch has reached 50 followers, has the average viewers, and obviously the time streamed and the days amount streamed to become an affiliate, right? Well, because of the issue, which I hope wasn't going to be an issue, but it turns out is that my personal cell phone here, the phone number is tied to the old Twitch channel of Drew Dat Games, which I cannot access because for whatever reason, Twitch won't send the access code to that, hence why Drew Dat Games with two S's exists. So, in order to become affiliate, I have to turn on two-factor authentication, and I need to have this attached to it, which won't fucking happen. So, where I'm at right now is, earlier, I bought a second fucking cell phone, which I'm currently trying to work my way into activating, but for whatever reason, Total Wireless are being assholes too at the moment. So once I get this thing with a new phone number, and this new phone is going to be the work phone for Drew Dat Games on Twitch, which means at that point, should I get this fucking phone working with a separate phone number anytime soon, at this point in time, you guys will be able to contact me personally for my work cell phone number at that point. But that's where things are currently at right now. I'm fucking frustrated as hell by Twitch. Twitch, go fuck yourself, you pieces of shit. So, that's where I'm at the moment. I got the email to apply for affiliate, but I'm at a major fucking roadblock. You guys pushed me to this point. God bless you. Thank you. I love you guys so fucking much. But I hate your fucking guts, Twitch. And now I'm starting to hate my own cell phone service because I already have Total Wireless on my personal phone. I'm trying to keep the same fucking provider, but they're being assholes at the moment too, for my new work phone, if you will. Because if I'm going to be a game journalist, I should be doing it properly. I should have a separate phone number for Drew Dat Games at that point. But I really shouldn't, but this is where I'm at in order to try to get this shit to work. To actually get approved for affiliate. And I can't do that without the two-factor shit. But here it is. So suffice to say, you can't say that I'm not committed to you guys at this point. To the point where I bought a second fucking cell phone to make this work. It's just a matter of trying to get a working phone number on this thing, which is currently where I'm at the moment. But for whatever reason, the website is not fucking working for Total Wireless right now. I'm trying to activate a line, but I can't do that at the moment here. I'm sure you get everything worked out. Yeah, but I'm ripping what little hair I fucking have out over it. Hey, Joshy. To recap for you, since you just got here, I got an email to apply for affiliate for Twitch when I got home from work this morning. In order to become an affiliate, I have to turn on two-factor authentication. But in order to do that, I need a fucking cell phone number that can attach to the fucking channel. And because they won't recognize my personal one, I just got home from the store from buying a second fucking cell phone that I'm currently trying to work into activating, but Total Wireless are being assholes with their website right now. So once this phone charges, I will see if I can try to download the same app that I have on this to put the phone card into this phone and to see if I can activate it with a new phone number, because the website and Total Wireless and everyone hates my fucking guts except all of you guys. I hate fucking tech companies. So, in regards to the past, just to lengthen the stream out, I might as well talk about how all of this started. And then go to where I'm going to try to take things. All thanks to you guys. So, cast your minds back years to when G4 was a cable network on cable TV. Back when it was good, as it turns out now. Back when you had things like The Man Show, X-Play, Attack of the Show, Proper Ninja Warrior, and so on and so forth. I was watching that with my dad and my brother, and I've told a story about watching X-Play at the time. Eventually, X-Play went under. Well, if you watched my stream earlier, you would see that I was highly upset when I was trying to play Dragon Age earlier, which I was committed to starting a stream for that. That only lasted 25 minutes before I ultimately went. I just have no fucking will to play any fucking video games right now because of this whole situation with Twitch. Because before I started that stream, I was trying to set up the affiliation shit at that point. And then upon realizing that it was not going to happen, it was time to start playing Dragon Age Origins today on stream, which I did not wind up doing. Which means instead of taking tomorrow off from work, I'm going to do a unintended Friday stream because I was going to take tomorrow off from streaming to make up for the fact that I didn't do a proper game stream on Twitch today. So I'm going to do one tomorrow. And I'm just going to play Mass Effect because I no longer give a fuck at this point. But back to where Drew Dat Games came from and born and what have you. So eventually G4, as we all know, closed their doors. This was about the time where and this is where I'm going to reveal my real name to you guys, Andrew Nyers, started watching Angry Joe on YouTube, and I started watching YouTube and watching video game reviewers on YouTube because I discovered that was the thing. This was 2013, I guess, when I started watching Angry Joe. So it was like right after Skyrim came out by a couple years. So I was catching up like on those reviews and whatnot. But eventually, after watching Angry Joe and the fact that he makes a living off of YouTube, that's when I decided, if that's possible, I'm sick of fucking retail, and this was back in 2013, mind you. I kind of want to do a YouTube thing, but given like it was one of the apocalypse times at the time, so I was really hesitant to do it. But ultimately, in 2014, I went fuck it. And if you know me, when I go fuck it, I'm just gonna do it and just fuck the consequences. I'll deal with the consequences of my actions at that point. So in creating Drew Dat Games, I knew I wanted to talk about video games. That much was not in question, but what to call it was. And ultimately, I decided, well, seeing as how my favorite Madden at the time was Madden 11, and Drew Brees was on the cover, so ultimately that's where Drew Dat came from the cover of Madden 11 and Drew Brees. So, did my first intro video on the channel, which you guys obviously would have seen by now. If you haven't, check that out, because that's the first ever video I ever recorded for YouTube, was the intro video to Drew Dat Games. And you can see that I look obviously younger in it. Certainly feel it at this point. But my first official video outside of that was showing off my N64 game collection. As time went on, I didn't do anything on the channel for like a year because I wasn't sure what to do with it. Then eventually Chris, one of my closest friends on God's green earth that lives here in Minnesota nearby me, came up with an idea that he and I should do something on the channel together. And then that's when we hit up on the idea of unauthorized entry, which was the first incarnation of what turns out today to be the Drew Dat Games podcast nowadays. Which it was just him and I at the time, just sitting in front of the camera, not live or anything, just recording ourselves, talking about like our top 10 games of like the past year, or our top 10 favorite games, or like things that we've been hearing through the grapevine, like a game that ought to be coming like in the next year or whatever, or talking about E3 or whatever the case was. And when I got my PlayStation 4 standard, which is done over here, which I don't use anymore, I discovered that I could connect it to my Wi-Fi directly without any other bells and whistles, much unlike the launch model Xbox 360. And then also further discovered I could stream directly from the system to Drew Dat Games on YouTube. So I could play games on live stream, which I started doing so back in 2016. But before that, it was just me turning my old laptop camera towards this TV down here, which I don't use anymore, and just record me doing a Drew play, back when I called it a Let's Play, of Skyrim from the Xbox 360, the old-fashioned way, kind of like Anna, that Star Wars girl, with her phone, recording her TV of her playing Knights of the Old Republic at the time. Similar situation. But as I said, when I got the PS4, I was able to start streaming directly to YouTube at that point. So in 2016, I started streaming, playing video games, and no one gave a fuck. Because back then, Drew Dat Games on YouTube only had 6 subscribers back then. Back in 2016, maybe 20. I don't remember. But eventually I got an Xbox 360 and Mixer was a thing, so I started streaming on that. Eventually I had a friend who suggested, well, Twitch is better than Mixer or YouTube for the content creators and streamers. Why don't you try that? And you could just use a mic and not even use a camera, just so people get used to the sound of your voice. I went, fuck that, I'm getting a camera. And that's how the original Drew Dat Games on Twitch came to be. It got up to like maybe 10 followers before I abandoned it because my old phone and laptop died. Specifically my old phone, which was the last connection that I could have possibly had to it with the 2-factor bullshit that everything has nowadays. And that's how Drew Dat Games with two S's, the channel that now is up for affiliate and monetization on Twitch right now, which is all this bullshit that I'm trying to deal with here at the moment. So, also, I'm forgetting one thing. At one point, Google decided to, while Drew Dat Games has never been monetized, it never will be, obviously, on YouTube. But at one point, Google deemed Drew Dat Games on YouTube, the channel that I still use to this day, and the channel that I'm streaming on right now, deemed it as unadvertiser friendly. So in order to try to be advertiser friendly, I kind of abandoned it wholeheartedly and created Phoenix Reviews, which I was like doing live streams. Like, for example, when Far Cry New Dawn came out, that was one of the first games that I live streamed on it. One of the second games led to the death of Phoenix Reviews instantly, which was MLB The Show 19, I believe, in which the whole stream after the fact got blocked because of the music in the game. And I hate fucking music labels. So instead of fighting it, I just decided to abandon that and ultimately went, fuck it. I'm going back to Drew Dat Games, and that's just the way it's going to have to be. I'm just going to have to be I'm just going to have to be not advertiser friendly for my entire career. And when I say career, I mean of doing it for no money at all. But that was the past. Drew Dat Entertainment came about initially to be a Star Wars channel around the time of The Last Jedi. So you know how bad that fell through. So then it was eventually just going to be a personal channel for me of just to say whatever the fuck I want on it at that point. And when it was going to be a Star Wars channel, the name of it was called Drew Starwalker, which is the name of my version of Revan when I start out playing Knights of the Old Republic. But seeing as how that Star Wars became what it is under Disney, that fell through, and I since turned that temporarily into Drew Dat Games and turned this into Drew Dat Gaming for only live streams and then talking about video games on what became Drew Dat Entertainment. Then eventually The Witcher came out, and then I decided I want to do an entertainment channel. And the inspiration for that was actually Midnight's Edge at the time. So, so I moved all the gaming stuff back over here. Lost a bunch of stuff in the shuffle of everything around. So a lot of the oldest shit is like no longer in existence, like Unauthorized Entry, which we had a lot of outtakes for, which used to be up on the channel. Kind of miss those now, but let's see. But yeah, and that's how Drew Dat Entertainment came to be as it is today. And Breaking Rocks, the influence for that was Yelling at Parked Cars by Comics Division. So to recap, the birth of Drew Dat Games was inspired by Angry Joe. The birth of Drew Dat Entertainment inspired by Midnight's Edge. Breaking Rocks inspired by Yelling at Parked Cars. But the reason for not quitting on YouTube, despite Google giving me every fucking right to, was constantly hearing from Jeremy and Ryan over the years, don't give up. And I haven't. And before I went to the store today to buy the second cell phone, my choice was this. literally on the fucking doorstep of monetization on Twitch, give up or let Twitch cost me $65 to buy another phone and a second line effectively with this card here to have a separate cell phone dedicated only to Drew Dat Games on Twitch and to therefore the brand of Drew Dat Games. And that's where I'm at right now, trying to make your faith in me by following me, by supporting me, not in vain. Doing all of this, going through all of this, pulling my fucking hair out, going insane right now, is all for you guys. And it's also, and this is where the future part of the thumbnail comes in, because the present is tearing my hair out right now. The future, once, if this isn't a waste of $60 fucking dollars, if I can get all of this working and actually properly get the monetization of the Twitch channel and the affiliate business up and running, then at that point in that stream, the next stream on Twitch, after all of that is set up and secure and done and a thing, then I will be able to look you guys in the eye and say, and simply say, go tell IGN, go tell G4 to fuck off on my behalf. Because at that point, it will be my job, my second job, to cover video games on Twitch. Because then I'll be making money at it. It will be literally a job for me. And that means that, in my opinion, I will be a real game journalist for you guys. Fuck those fucking losers. And I'm glad I have YouTube open on my Xbox here, because there's a couple of things that I do want to play for you here. So you guys get the point. I posted one of these things to Twitter. Here's one of them right now.
Get cracking and feel unbeatable with new omelet bites from Dunkin'. Bacon and cheddar.
Fuck your eggs, Google.
Veggie. Made with cage-free eggs.
God damn it. Here we go. This is my promise to all of you guys.
State your age.
But then again, I think I already showed that with all this shit.
State your country of residence.
United States of America.
State your name.
Tom McDonald.
Under
Andrew
Section
Nyers.
4A of the Restrictions on Freedom Act, established by the International Police in February of 2022, you have been found to be in violation of several civil disobedience bylaws. Inciting public distrust of the government, solicitation of confidential information, anti-institutional rhetoric, unauthorized assembly of civilians with the purpose of protest, and amplifying social unrest. You are a threat to world safety, and therefore you are being charged by the international police for the aforementioned disobediences. How do you plead?
You know what you call disobedience? You know what we used to call that? Freedom. And what you call inappropriate, I call necessary. And what you call lies and conspiracy and anti-institutional rhetoric, I call that the truth. You guys really think you run the world, huh? You think you can just bully everyone and cancel everything? You think you can just push us around so we all fall in line? Here's the thing. I've been fighting for the world for a long time. for the losers and the rejects.
I've been fighting for the world of real game journalism since 2014 when Drew Dat Games started on YouTube.
And the outcasts and the forgotten, for the abused and the unwell and the disenfranchised.
Calm down, Mr. McDonald.
No, I've been fighting for our freedoms and our safety and our survival and the way that we remember the world used to be. I've been fighting for the world.
Sit down.
No, I'm not going to sit down. I won't shut up. I will not quit. I will not back off. I won't let you destroy everything that people have spent their lives trying to build. I have fought for the world for all my life, but do not think for a second that I will not fight against it.
That's why you're here. That's why you will never leave here.
You think you can stop me? You really think you can stop me? It's been me against the world since I was old enough to think.
War, famine, natural disaster. The world has fought it all and won. The world is undefeated. We are undefeated. One man will not change that.
You see, that's where you screwed up. They say with great power comes great responsibility. You know what else comes with great power? Ignorance. Careless mistakes. The ability to vastly underestimate the people who you have power over. And I am not alone. You can lock me up, you can hide me away, you can shoot me down like a dog in the street, but I promise you, you cannot kill me. My word, my message, my vision, my spirit will live on through Hangover Gang forever. And you know what? I guess you're not the only one making mistakes. Because when I said it was me against the world, I was mistaken. It's not me against the world. It's
us against the world.
But to answer your question, not guilty.
See you, Joshy.
This is a whole other level of insanity.
That's my promise to all of you. I will not back down. I won't shut up. I won't sit down. I will be here till my last breath. Andrew Nyers has done this too long to give up, despite my own thoughts, my own wanting to. But there are 51 reasons on Twitch, 240 odd some on Drew Dat Games on YouTube, and 50 odd some on Drew Dat Entertainment that say no. That's you guys. Thank you. Let's see. What's the battery like on this thing now? Looks like there's enough juice in this thing to disconnect it now. Let's try to do something. I keep putting the code for the other phone in here. And look in comparison. My personal one is quite a bit bigger. So that's where that thing fucking is. I was looking for the access code to that. It's on the back of the fucking thing. I should have fucking known. But anyway, yeah. My personal one, much bigger than my work one here. And this one was a little more expensive. This one was on clearance for $28. So let me try going back to the site here at this point. It's probably for the best if I probably end the stream and get this working off stream, more than likely. And trust me, Chunk, if I get this working, if I get like all of this shit working that I should, trust me, there will be a post on fucking Twitter the moment it all is fucking official to announce a Twitch stream to celebrate all of it proper whenever that happens. Hey, Red Hood. I only just noticed. Yeah. Well, I don't mind you guys knowing my first and last name proper, which is Andrew Nyers, so. But I've already said that on stream anyway, so stay positive, man. Well, the fact that I spent good money on a phone dedicated just to the Drew Dat Games brand to basically be my work phone for game journalism and shit. Yeah, because I'm going to keep my personal one active for my own personal bullshit, like with my family and the retail industry that I work in. And then this phone will be my personal work phone at this point for Drew Dat Games in general at that point. But with all of that in mind, yeah, I think I will call it here. So thank you, Red Hood, for being here. Thank you, Chunk. Thank you, Joshy. As I always like to try to thank everyone that was here in the chat and watching. And to those of you who will check this out after the fact, thank you so much for all of your support as well. I love all of you guys equally. Doesn't matter who you are. But specifically to thank one person in particular, who, if she had not rated Drew Dat Games with 2 S's on Twitch, I wouldn't be pulling my hair out now, trying to get the monetization of the Twitch channel, i.e. the affiliate shit, to actually take and work. If it weren't for you, Mara, I would not be trying to do any of this right now. I would probably be sleeping right now, which I probably should be doing. But I'd rather get this fucking working before work tomorrow. So, with that in mind, guys, like I said, because all of this situation just fucked my head up so bad, I didn't properly do I did attempt to for about 20 minutes, and the character just stood there, and I just wandered around my apartment frustrated as fuck for that 25-minute stream of Dragon Age Origins earlier and complaining about Twitch live on Twitch. I'm instead of taking the day off tomorrow after work, I'm going to do a stream of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition tomorrow instead at some point. So stay tuned for what time that's going to happen tomorrow to make up for the shitty Dragon Age stream that happened earlier. Because you guys deserve better than that. And I will always try to give you guys the best of me every time. But with all that in mind, have a good night, everyone. I got a lot of work ahead of me. And need to go to sleep. Good night, guys. I love you all. And fuck Twitch. Good night, guys.